The last few days have been a real roller coaster for the property developer giant Evergrande. While the whole world is keenly watching what's happening next, the company has made our jaws drop with their latest move. To everyone's surprise, Evergrande has made a last-minute debt payment recently. Now that raises a lot of questions. How did they do it? Is it the right step to be taken now? What are the implications of this payment? Evergrande made this payment whilst the company had lost its biggest deal to raise $3.5 billion only a day before. One thing is sure, there is more to this news. So today in this video, we are going to take a plunge into all the details regarding this daring move Evergrande has taken. While we get into it, make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notifications for regular finance updates. So as per the news, Evergrande has paid off the interest payment which they missed on September 23rd. This was the first payment Evergrande defaulted in 2021, which created a whole stir in the economy. All that was going on about Evergrande was because of this missed payment. The default had a 30-day grace period, which was about to end on October 23rd. Evergrande has made the payment dramatically one day before the default was supposed to be official. The missed interest payment on dollar bond amounted to $83.5 million. This was the interest amount on dollar bonds which had to be paid to the trustee so that it is paid to the investors. The trustee Citibank received the payment on October 22nd and they have told that the amount will be transferred to the investors before the grace period ends on October 23rd. Had Evergrande missed this interest payment on bonds, the company would have been legally answerable to a group of investors who had sufficient holdings of the bond. Evergrande has not made an official statement on this step yet, while investors are eagerly waiting to know more about this because of the uncertainty they had to face for almost a month now. Earlier this month, the default from Evergrande's side had caused a storm in China's economy. Discussions went ahead to dissect the falling real estate sector of China and the government's involvement and the failure of recent stringent policies taken by the government. Its ripple effect was spreading to the whole world economy. However, the sudden payment by Evergrande has put everything in a confused calmness. Does the payment mean the company has survivable liquidity, or it is going to be just the last flame before the death? More than anyone, the investors are relieved and worried at the same time now. The debt payment news came one day after the failed deal of Evergrande with Hobson Developers. The deal was worth $3.5 billion, which was the last resort for Evergrande to raise some immediate fund. This deal was supposed to be done with Hobson Development in October. As per the reports, this whole deal is for more than $5 billion, which is almost around 40 million HKD. Some sources say that the deal was for $3.5 billion. However, the filings from both the parties show that the first part of the deal is for $2.58 billion. Despite of what the real figures are, one thing is for sure that Evergrande was expecting a major money influx through this deal. Hobson was to take up Evergrande's property sales unit. This would have been the largest restructuring that Evergrande had ever gone through. In fact, this would have been the largest restructuring that China had ever seen. Hobson Development would have acquired 51% of the property sales unit, which would have made Hobson the majority stakeholder in Evergrande. As a preface to the deal, the share trading of both Hobson and Evergrande was halted in the stock market for last 2 weeks. After 2 weeks of anticipation, the deal has failed to take place. This is not good for Evergrande at this critical juncture. The cash-strapped developer needs money to pay its immediate debt payments. According to the filing, Hobson was prepared for the sale. However, Evergrande revoked the deal on October 12th. Hobson Development said that they had taken all necessary actions to complete the acquisition well in advance. They had also set aside funds for part payment of the consideration as per the initial agreement. However, Evergrande put forward some substantial changes to the agreed terms and conditions. The terms of payment of the consideration was changed by paying the consideration to the vendor directly. These changes were unacceptable for Hobson, especially at this stage of the deal. They said that after taking legal advice, it was understood that such a proposed payment arrangement is not in their interest. As Hobson did not accept the change conditions, the deal was broken by Evergrande. However, the fact is that the purchase is still legally binding. The acquisition is not completely off the table. If Evergrande is ready to go ahead with previous terms and conditions, the purchase can still be materialized. Once the deal was off, Evergrande talked in 2 separate filings. They said that the deal didn't take place because Hobson didn't meet the prerequisite for the purchase. Evergrande did not provide further details. In essence, there was a disagreement regarding the payment of purchase price. Hobson Development wanted to make the payment only after completing a due diligence on Evergrande. They wanted to assess the payable accounts and receivables with suppliers. However, Evergrande wanted an immediate payment. This is understandable as the property giant has a huge cash crunch which is spiraling into the whole economy now. At the same time, Hobson Developers, who is doing good in their financials, has to make sure that they are getting into a healthy deal. Hobson cannot do anything which may affect their own existence. The fail of this deal had caused the Evergrande shares price to drop 12.5% this week, which was later raised by the payment news. So after a break of 17 days, the Evergrande Group shares were listed on Hong Kong stock market on Friday. This was as soon as the payment news broke. The impact of the payment news was immediate on the share price. Evergrande shares price increased as much as 7.8%, which is the single first rise after a steep falling trend this year. Overall, the properties index raised by 3.43% along with this. Other factors also must have caused this effect. The developer had told that they had raised $1.5 billion recently. This was done through a deal with a regional Chinese lender. A part of the company's stake was sold in the deal to the Chinese lender. Even though this deal was successful, the failure of the Hobson deal was unexpected and serves no good at this time. So experts have the opinion that the debt payment is not necessarily mean everything is fine. The investors probably have to be in a stable waiting state for all the further payments. This payment would just give Evergrande little more time before they have to deal with the issues of creditors. Evergrande has missed 4 other offshore payments. All these payments have a grace period within which the payments have to be done for a future smooth sale to be confirmed. The company has a total liabilities of $300 billion, $36 billion of borrowings and $91 billion of trade payables due in coming year. While the liquidity of the developer giant is just $13.6 billion, this amounts to the cash and cash equivalents of Evergrande as of June end. At the same time, CCP had shown no interest in helping the debt-laden real estate companies. The government is strictly striking to their stringent rules against debt and restrictions toward the whole real estate sector. So guys, we can't say how efficient this approach would work. Looking at the current situation, it is evident that things are not going to settle down without a major crash. Many developers are going to shut down during the process. The real estate sector will be affected. The country's GDP will fall. People of China might have to go through a period of fear for their investments. The government can very well pump in some money to help, but that's not going to help the industry. As long as there is an external help, the property developer giants are not going to restructure themselves. This makes it inevitable for the economy to go through a rough phase, putting a lot of investors at loss. Interestingly enough, the government is still holding their stand that Evergrande crisis is a completely isolated case and everything is purely under control. But the reality seems like the Evergrande crisis is spreading like fire to the other real estate sectors in China. To know more about this, click on this video.